Hey guys, DB Rye here, and today I am back with a new What If. What if Jadeite turned good? A Sailor Moon What If. And well, our story begins actually slightly earlier than how things go down in the original story, where the Sailor Guardians have already been found and formed, and have already proven to be a nuisance with Queen Beryl pulling her hair out. And, well, let me put it to you this way. When we get to the events of Sailor Moon dealing with the monster pretending to be Naru's mother in the jewelry store, Sailor Moon is a much more formidable Sailor Guardian this time around because, well, they were simply found and made Guardians a little bit earlier, so she's already a little more experienced. And, well, with Queen Beryl getting sick and tired of Jadeite's constant failures, well, basically this leads to Jadeite getting very desperate and is forming his big plan to get rid of the Sailor Guardians. Now, much like in the original anime, he lures them to the airport. Now this time, it's all 5 Sailor Guardians, not just Mars, Mercury and Moon. And of course, Tuxedo Mask is there to lend a hand. So needless to say, Jadeite is definitely in the losing side of this battle. However, he is fighting harder than what he seemed to in the original anime. He's not willing to give up, and this sort of sparks something in Sailor Mars. Now, just to be clear, they already have the silver crystal as well, and the realization that Sailor Moon is actually the reincarnated Princess Serenity. All that has been answered and done, as well as who Tuxedo Mask really is to Sailor Moon. All that has been answered. As Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury hit Jadeite with a triple attack, Mars can't bear to see Jadeite suffer anymore, so she begs and pleads to Sailor Moon to make him back the way he should be. After all, Mars and Jadeite were lovers back in their previous life during the Silver Millennia era, and back when the 4 Kings of Heaven were Prince Endymion's knights. And so, Sailor Moon, of course, agrees to do it, unsure it's going to work, but however, it actually does. Jadeite raises his hands and says, "Refresh," as they do, implicating that Jadeite has now become one of the good guys, his original memories restored, and, well, this is where his life gets very interesting. Now, him now having to be in high school with Mamoru, and as his former knight, he basically watches Mamoru's back all the time. In fact, to the point where it's almost an annoyance. And he also picks up a part-time job like what he had before, working at Ray's shrine, like he did in the original anime. Except he's also working with the other guy, and they're both apprentices of Ray's grandpa, which leads to all sorts of hilarious shenanigans. You got two guys competing for Ray's affection, while Grandpa doesn't approve of either of them, and them being pulled in the middle of Grandpa's, let's just say, naughty shenanigans, which leads to hilarious moments with Ray. Anyway, now, meanwhile, the Guardians have been battling monster after monster while dealing with Nephrite, who is essentially replaced Jadeite in their mission to steal energy for the Great Ruler, under Queen Beryl's orders. And, well, firstly, I apologise for keeping my voice down, sort of here, because, people are asleep. Now, mostly, all the monsters and Jadeite's plans are being foiled a lot more easily, thanks to Jadeite now being on their side, and, assisting. But other than that, mostly Jadeite's part of the story remains pretty much the same, including the whole Naru crushing on him and eventually leading to Jadeite's ultimate downfall, which, yes, pretty much plays out like it does in the original anime, Zoisite betraying him and trying to kill him in order to steal the Dark Crystal, so at the very least they can still keep trying to steal the Silver Crystal from Sailor Moon and turn humans into monsters in order to kill the Sailor Guardians. Anyways, now, during the many battles between Jadeite and Nephrite before his death, Jadeite did try to convince him to join the other side. However, Jadeite was just way too consumed with evil, and Jupiter couldn't get through to him either. After all, this is what if Jadeite turned good, not if what if the four kings of heaven turn good, just one of them. So, as Nephrite dies in front of Jadeite, Nephrite is able to admit that maybe Jadeite was right, maybe he should have switched sides. And, well, this leads to an epic duel between Zoisite and Jadeite, because the way Jadeite sees it, Zoisite has done the unforgivable in killing Nephrite. And it's a pretty epic battle, swords are drawn, Jadeite's ice magic, and telekinesis. I actually forget Zoisite's powers. Well, the battle ends with ultimately Jadeite as the victor as he plunges his sword into Zoisite. Zoisite is dead, which means the bad guys don't get their hands on the Dark Crystal, because with Sailor Moon's help, Jadeite destroys it. And, well, this pretty much leaves Kunzite as the last general for Queen Beryl. And I think that's where we're going to leave things for right now. So what do you guys think? Nice and quick, straight to the point? Did you like this first part to the story? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and enjoy the content. And I welcome you to check out the links in the description. Links to some merchandise for you guys who want to support the channel and all my content further. I do ask that you check it out. T-shirts, mugs, things like that on Spring. Plus a link to where I sell my comics. Anyways, thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys again next time.